Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros, at your service. Today I will be reading the October 14th Facebook post and making a couple comments on it, and I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. Here we go. We cannot achieve peace through punishment. We cannot punish others or ourselves into the state of peace. If we desire peace, we cannot have a brother or sister who is confused and suffering, give them more suffering, and expect anything other than them adding more suffering to this world. Those who are experiencing suffering in their life lack self-love. Those who lack self-love need love, not a deferment of love. Today, when we look upon those who are suffering or putting this world through suffering, if we cannot or do not have the self-awareness to think of them and directly offer them love, then let us focus deeply on who we do love, and then offer that love to them. At first, this may simply seem like a symbolic gesture, yet the more you practice it, the more you will see and feel how in alignment this act is with your true inherent core values. The more you feel and experience this alignment, the more natural and honest it will become. To learn to love those we once found unlovable will be a great example to set for this world and all future generations. The ego has taught us that somehow when we judge and punish others, it's symbolic that we have power and control over them. But who really desires power and control over some quote unquote other person who is in truth us, because we are all one? And so when we're thinking about trying to have power and control over other people, what we're really saying to ourselves is that we're looking to have power and control over our own selves, because we feel out of control, we feel out of power, we feel like we are not powerful, that we're powerless. And why is that? Simply because we're not aligning with our true nature. That nature being love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, joy, peace. This is our truth. When we stand in our truth, we stand strong and sturdy and tall. And we have no need to have power and control over other people, because we understand in the state of being that each individual's truth is the state of being. And so their journey, regardless of how the ego has programmed you to look at it, is sacred. And so you simply offer your true self to them anytime they may be confused or sad or angry or out of alignment with the truth in them. You do not look to have power and control over them, because you know that it's just simply an illusion. And that's just simply an action of somebody who's powerless and out of control. And that is not who we are. Now we may need to, because the ego has programmed this illusionary thoughts into us, we may need to practice power and control over people for a while. But little by little we will start to see that it doesn't offer us, them, or even this world any kind of peace or joy or compassion or forgiveness when we do that. And so we might need to hit those dead-end roads. And so let us not judge ourselves when we're quote-unquote punishing other people through our illusions of them. This is just simply our journey. But let's try and catch ourselves quicker and quicker when we're out of alignment with the truth within us. Anytime we're judging other people for their journeys, we're out of alignment with the truth in us. Anytime we're offering them anything other than kindness, love, compassion, peace, joy. We're out of alignment with the truth in us. And so let us remember that we can either express this, the love that we are, or we can be out of alignment and be calling out for love and healing. Help, love, and healing. Because if all is love, then we can either be that love or be hearing a call for love, a call for help and healing. And so when our brothers and sisters make that call, when they're out of alignment with the truth in them, we don't try and control them or tell them what to do. We simply are who we are. And we become this light. And we shine this light to them. And if they ask for advice, we can offer our advice. But let us not be attached to outcome. Let us not be attached to them following our advice. We are simply us. We are simply love. We are love, and that is what we need to do or be. And so let us offer this light to our brothers and sisters when they're in their confusion. Let us not add more confusion and chaos to someone who's already confused and chaotic. For what kind of world would that create for us and our future generations? And if we have been so programmed by the ego that we can't offer this love and forgiveness to our brothers and sisters, that we can't offer, for whatever reason, compassion, kindness, let us do this. Let us simply imagine reaching to our highest self. That self that is purely connected to God's source. And having that highest self part of us, that highest self part that we know is love and compassion and kindness and forgiveness. And then having that highest self offer compassion and forgiveness to our brothers and sisters. And if we still can't do that, then let us reach to God, Christ, to any self-actualized being that you love and believe in, that you know deep down inside is connected to that love energy. And then let's have that being forgive our brothers and sisters for us. Because in truth, this being and us come from the same source. And so we are connected to them. And so when they offer forgiveness and compassion, kindness to our fellow brothers and sisters, the highest part of us is also doing that. And the more we practice this, the more we practice connecting to our highest self, to God's source, to Christ, to Buddha, to Allah, to whoever. And then acting through that for our brothers and sisters, and seeing them through their eyes, so to speak. The more we practice this, the more we see how true this connection is. And the more we see how true this connection is, the more natural it starts to feel to us. And the more natural it starts to feel to us, our vibration starts to rise to meet it. And so we do this over and over again, and just simply place our judgments, our condemnation, our punishment aside, because we've already traveled those roads. We already know what they offer. And so we place those aside and connect to that highest self, that highest part of us, the God source, and act through that source, and see our brothers and sisters through that source, through that pure love, the pure compassion, the pure kindness. And then this little by little raises our vibrational state. And then we start to feel how true this way of interacting with our brothers and sisters is. Because every time we do this, every time whenever the ego demands we judge or condemn a brother or sister, we punish a brother or sister, and we simply say, no, we've done that before. We place that aside and connect to that highest source. We feel a alignment occurring within us. alignment with the source, alignment with true love, with true compassion, because we feel that flowing through us more and more throughout the day. And it becomes more of a natural response to us until one day what the ego would have had us judge, we simply forgive. What the ego would have had us condemn, we have compassion for. What the ego would have said is an unlovable being, we offer them love. What the ego would have said is a being not worth your time, we pray for them. We pray for their happiness, for their health, for their healing. Because as we're doing that, we know that they and us are one. And so when we're praying that for them, the truth in us for them, we're simply aligning with our truth. And that is what we came here to do, simply to align with our truth, to be an example of this truth to our brothers and sisters and to ourselves. The more we awaken, the more we align with those energies of love, the more we the more we are filled and fulfilled, and the more this overflows to our brothers and sisters. Because when you are fulfilled and you just keep aligning yourself with that energy, it will simply flow from you. It will overflow and it will touch everyone and all. And so no more will we need to dance with the ego. There'll be no more need for judgment. No more need for condemnation, fear. No more need for illusions, anger, regret, resentment, revenge. All those, little by little, by simply aligning with the truest part of us every day, simply remind us who we truly are. And then that light will shine bright. And our brothers and sisters will see it. And as I always like to end these kind of things, these kind of explanations, you always end with gratitude. Because if it wasn't for your brothers or sisters' participation in your life, if it wasn't for your misperception of them, you wouldn't really, truly remember who you truly are. Because those solutions that we hold within our minds are not real. And many times we need to see them out there to realize this. And your brothers and sisters are helping that projection, that illusionary projection come out. And so always end any interaction you have with a brother or sister with gratitude. It doesn't have to be out loud. It could be internal. Because when you're offering them gratitude, you are aligning with the truth in you and strengthening that. Because the more you use, the more energies, certain energies you use, you will strengthen those energies. Whatever time, focus, and energy you put into these feelings of love, compassion, forgiveness, and kindness, the more you put energy into those, the more you will become them. The more you put in energies into the ideas of punishment, pain, judgment, condemnation, fear, the more you will taste them. But those you can only taste for so long before they start to sour. And you will return. We all return to the truth within us. It's simply at our own time. And each person's time is perfect for them. There's no stopwatch. God does not have a stopwatch. There's no race you're running. There's no race your brother and sister are running. You have eternity. That's what has been gifted to you. Eternity. Time is an illusion. It is not real. Only love is real. And love is eternal. And so let us simply today align with the eternal in us, the truth of who we are, and place those ideas of the ego, punishment, judgment, control, power. Let us place them aside and see how that feels. See how it feels not to have to carry judgment, power, control, condemnation with you. You no longer need to carry that backpack with you that has all the weapons of the ego. There's no need for weapons when only love is real. But it's only that alignment, when you practice that alignment, that you will recognize that that is so. And finally take the backpack that the ego has programmed you with. Just take it off and see how that feels. Take it off for a day and say to yourself, no matter what the ego demands or who the ego demands I judge, no matter who the ego demands I judge, I will not. No matter who the ego wants me to condemn for what they look like, say or do, I will not. I will not play that game today. I'm taking off this backpack. I'm taking off all the weapons that I've used, and they have never done anything for me other than create more chaos and confusion in this world. And I will finally set it down. Set it down today. See how it feels to simply be your truest self. To simply be kindness. Be the energy of kindness. Be the energy of compassion, of generosity. Be the energy of peace. Be the energy of joy. Choose those. Every moment we have that choice because we have been gifted free will. And so in every moment, no matter how much we've swam in the ego's swamp, every moment we can begin anew. Every moment we can choose to align with our true nature. And that is the gift of the present moment. The present moment offers you this. The opportunity to align with the truth in you. And what else but gratitude could you have for that? What else but gratitude could you have for God's source for gifting you that opportunity? The opportunity to align with the truth in you, with your brothers and sisters, to see them as you, to see them as the gift that they truly are, as a wondrous gift they are to you. That's who they are. They're a gift from God to you. And you are a gift from God to them. And that is the truth in each one of us. No matter how the ego has painted us, no matter what religions or countries, no matter how the ego has drawn that map, or boundaries, or walls, it's all an illusion. And little by little we will recognize our truth. And we do that by practicing today, realigning with the truth within us, and then offering that to our brothers and sisters. I could go on, but I think I've too much time already. Even though time is an illusion, yes. Okay. Thank you for your time. I love you very much. If you would be so kind as to like, comment, or share the video, it would help with the listening process, and it might assist in somebody finding this video who can use this information. If you'd like to leave me a comment or a question, I would be delighted to try and offer a response. I do my best to respond. And if you can please subscribe to my YouTube videos, I would love to have you in this community. Again, thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. And God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.